All right, I'm back working on the stock thing again. Um, I thought about last time I was thinking I was going to grab the 15-minute bars real time to do real time calculations on those, or every 15 minutes during the day. And I was going to do it with the WebSockets connection, just whenever it hit that 15-minute mark, it would grab that data coming in and do the calculation. There's a few reasons I don't like that. One of them is unless I'm still not understanding it correctly, I think the data comes in is, every piece of data you get in every second is like one individual stock. So you have to like process them individually, wait till they all come in together and do a group buy and all that. I don't know. There's ways to do it obviously that would work, but that's one issue. Another issue is I've had a problem in the past with WebSockets with disconnecting and maybe there was just I didn't know what I was doing, or the endpoint I was working with I was having issues or whatever. But um, I don't know. I just feel like they're more error prone than regular connections. Could be wrong there. But I thought that maybe I would go for something that was more stable and that would work. So you have a couple options as far as I know. One would be using the snapshots endpoint, REST endpoint, for all tickers. That would get the current price for all tickers, updated every minute, I believe. And then group daily, it seems like it would be just daily open, high, low, close. But if you actually grab that every minute during the current date, if you do the previous dates, it would just get the close, open, high, low, close. If you do the current date, the close price is updated every minute for every ticker. Um, yeah, for every stock. So that could work too. And at the 15-minute mark, every 15 minutes, I could just grab the close using this endpoint and use that for the calculations. And that's what I think I'm going to do instead. So there's that. Um, Also, regarding, I'll come back to this. I want to talk about the client library. But so I looked into how to run something every minute in Python. One way to do it is to have it something run every minute on like task scheduler, like if you're on Windows. Is it task scheduler? Yeah, task scheduler. Or if you're not on Windows, if you're on Linux or whatever, use cron. Um, you can use cron tab. It's, as far as I know, built into every Linux, at least everyone that I've used. And so that would work. But um, I'm probably not going to go with that method because that would require you running basically a program every 15 minutes that would have to save something into a file or a database, and then I have to read from that file or database into my other program, when it's updated. And there's a few issues there, but one of them is I don't want to, I want to keep everything in memory if possible and not have to read from the file system. Um, so I do want to actually have something run, just something within Python that runs every 15 minutes. And they sug ChatGPT originally suggested schedule library, which I've heard of before, and could work. I read an article that says even if you use schedule, maybe run it in a thread. I don't know if it doesn't run its own thread or how that works, but so you should do that maybe. There's this, which I'm not familiar with, but that could work. And then some other suggestions, and I was looking into it too, and it said, oh, and if you want to just do a simpler approach without external libraries, which might be what I'm going to do, I'm not sure, then use time and threading. The problem with this is you have to do the calculations, which isn't a big deal. And ChatGPT has it set up anyways, so might go that route. And I was wondering, can I run this in the same program as my WebSocket client? Because I kind of want to run them all together. I don't want to have separate programs running. I want to keep it all in memory if I can. Um, Actually, does that matter? I'm trying to think. So this program has to run every 15 minutes. It's going to collect the calculations. The WebSocket program is going to just get the real-time prices and tell you if it hit. So I'm no longer in, well, I might do it in the same program. That's why I was asking this question, but I'm no longer doing it with the WebSocket data, so I don't care as much about that. So the WebSocket client needs just to know if it hits target price. That I might not mind. Let me think about this. The problem with that, if I ran them in separate programs again, is I'd have to have a way. I could use like maybe a pipe or something. That seems overly complicated. Um, I don't know. I think it's just better to keep them in the same program. So I'm gonna and not have to mess with a file system or whatever. So save program as my WebSocket client. I mean, another thing I could do is save it to a database that I read from or has real-time updates or whatever. And I found out recently from someone who joined my stream that Postgres has stuff like that, but I don't know the latency on that. I kind of just want to keep it all in the same program if it's possible and if that works. So that's why I asked this question. And basically it says, yeah, you could do that. You just have to make sure you run one of them in a separate thread. So, and I might do both in separate threads. So there's that. And then I was looking at Python. I searched like Python scheduling, and they have this built-in Sketch library. So I asked about that, and I said, why would I not use Sketch? It's built in. Um, Perfectly valid. However, there are a few reasons. Library is straightforward. Manual handling of error cases, concurrency and threading. There's a comparison table, so Sketch. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. I'm still thinking about that, but I'll use one of those options anyways. Coming back to this, another thing is I was looking up the schedule library. It has a lot of stars, looks okay. So I might use that, we'll see. Um, what else I want to say? Oh, I want to say this before if Sketch, I don't know, if a thread running schedule library crashes, not thread, if schedule library, how would I prevent that from crashing my WebSocket? Also, separate threads. Wrapping the scheduler code in a try except block within its own thread. Okay. So yeah, how does this compare to what was above? Schedule next run, schedule a run. This uses Sketch. Delay one scheduled task. Okay. I'll look into that. But coming back to this really quick. What do I want to look at? Oh, Yeah, the client library. So I'm also a lot of times I don't use the client library, like I'll just use the endpoints themselves. But I think for this, what I'm doing here, I'm probably just gonna use the client library for Python. Um, and then if I have to for Go, if Python doesn't work out. But the reason I want to do that is because I guess it'll be easier to update. I think I mentioned this in a different stream or video about this, but if there's ever any updates to their API schema, whatever, um, it would hopefully get updated in their client library, so I'd get those for free, basically, which may or may not be a good thing. I don't know. And because sometimes updates come with bugs, you know. But what else? If oh yeah, and then I don't think I'm gonna read into the code. I'm just gonna assume hopefully it handles issues. But if there is some disconnect with WebSockets, hopefully they're handling that in here as opposed to me having to handle it myself. So that'll be nice. Not that that would be too difficult to do. I don't know. I think it might work out better if I use the client library. So because of that, I'm going to probably use the client library for this as well. Should I? I don't have to necessarily. I'm trying to think. Should I do that? I think if it's there. You know what? I don't need to do that, and maybe I won't. I'll think about that. But what I was thinking along those lines, if I do end up doing that, is to mock that out. And if I'm using the client library, I'm going to have to have it call the endpoint. So I'm just going to show what I'm talking about really quick. So if I go to getting started to get the base, where's the base? Oh, here it is. API Polygon IO. I go in here, search for a way to change that, and it looks like here might be a way. So within REST init, you just would change that to like localhost or whatever. If I need to use the client library to make requests to my mock server. And then for WebSockets, I looked at this earlier as well, and this I'm not sure if it would be as straightforward, but because it's in a different location, how it's set up, but maybe if I just change that to localhost, that would work. I don't know. So that's in WebSocket models common. So, which I am gonna actually do. So I'll see if that works. This I believe is for Swagger or something. I don't know. Or no, not Swagger. What is it called? Whatever. That stuff. Um, Open API spec thing. Let's see. So the first thing I want to do, um, was there one other thing I wanted to look at before I started? I don't remember. Thought there was. Let me open up the code really quick. That's in here. Oh, yeah. I'll just mention this. Well, there's two things. First one is, um, I checked into this. I don't know if I already checked into this before, but I'll repeat it if I did. Polygon 15-minute aggregates update throughout the day. So, I was wondering about that. Like, if the thing did crash and I needed to catch up, get 15-minute bars, there's really, as far as I know, no good way to do that other than get like the closest multiplier to what you're looking for and time span that you're looking for every single stock. And as far as I know, you have to do all the stocks. So it'd be 3,000 requests, say uh, 2 requests a second or something, I don't know, 1,500 seconds, so it'd be some time, but it'd be better than nothing. Could you catch up in that case? Yeah, you could, right? I don't know. But yeah, that's one way to catch up if you needed to. You could you could also just say, hopefully, no, that wouldn't work. That's stupid. Never mind. I was thinking you could like estimate it or something, but it's probably a bad idea. What was the other thing? There's one other thing I wanted to mention before I got started in the code, I think. Maybe it was just the fact that I still am going to use, where's minute data? I still am going to use this. Um, I think this is the best way. What I'm currently doing for not only testing, but for the real-time scanner, like at the beginning of the day or before market opens, we could say an hour before, it would go ahead and grab, or it could be even end of the day before, it doesn't really matter. It would grab all of the data from the flat file storage, make sure that's up to date, and then it would use this to do the same thing I was doing before to get um, the aggregations for the 15 minutes. Is it doing that? The resampling. Yeah, right here. So, yeah, let's do calculation time frame. This will be in minutes. Calculation time frame and get calc bars is used in here. I'm going to be using this probably in multiple places. That's why I'm creating a constant or variable for this. Might want to throw this in the config at some point, but we'll leave it there for now. I could say, I'll say minutes just to make sure it's precise. And if I go other than minutes, I could change that later. Okay. So how long have I been going for? Only 20 minutes. Okay, no big deal. All right. So now let's open up a command prompt, start running some stuff. It has been, I went and worked on a different part of this project for a couple days, so it has been a minute since I've looked at this. So let's get used to what's going on here. Ah, dang it. Still an issue, as far as I know, with Git Bash, where it's just slow. Is this good? Yeah. Alright, save one of those. Do another one. We're gonna do Python WebSockets server, and then Python WebSockets client. I have no idea where we left off on this. I really need to just figure it out again. I might just stop the recording for a minute and just see. Let me move this note out of here too. All right. What do I have here? Minute data. Okay. So what is this doing right now? Test WS client. Or no. What's this? Oh, one other thing I want to do, if I can figure it out right now, before I test it on my mock server, which would be one way to figure it out. But where is it in test? I think it's in test. Yeah, I want to see if they format this, or is this... No, they wouldn't. Yeah, they're formatting this on the client. So it has to be, right? So I'm assuming the WebSockets client, when it comes back, is going to look like this. Because it's like formatting before it outputs it. So we can test that soon. In fact, um, let's actually test that right now. What do I have installed? Pip list. Do I have Polygon on here? I know there's another way to do this. It's just Polygon API client. Is that the one? Let me see. Yeah, that is it. Interesting. There's a new version out there. I'm gonna actually upgrade that, which I should know this, but I don't. I think it's like just upgrade, but or dash dash upgrade or something, but let's look. Pimp how to upgrade package. Yeah, dash dash upgrade. Okay. So pip install dash dash upgrade. And name of the package is here. Cool. And then I also want to what do I want to do? I wanted to not upgrade, but I don't know. Never mind. Polygon. Okay, cool. All right. So let's just see. I'm actually gonna connect since the market's open right now to. Did I already do this? I believe I already did this somewhere. Test WS. Test poly client lib. Yeah. Nice. So let's do Python test poly client lib. Nice. Let's wait, did I why is it just doing Apple? What? Microsoft not trading every second? There it is. Oh, maybe I don't know. Anyways, okay. All right. Um, you know what? Have I tried this. I might have already tried this. I don't remember though. Yeah, these are separate as well. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. So that answers that question. Um, let's see. So WebSockets server, sockets client. Okay, so now I want to test this on a different endpoint, this one. Excuse me. So to do that, I think I need to. There's a few ways we could do this. We can go into the site packages and modify that, or I can install it locally and in here. I'm gonna try the second way. How do I, here, let me open this back up. How do I install a Python package from GitHub so that the source code is able to be modified and run? I mean, clone will work. Isn't there? Wait, pip? Really? After these steps, the package will be installed in editable mode where you can make changes to source code in the clone repository. Wait, what about install via pip from GitHub URL? I think that'll work. So let's do that. Where does it, wait, how do I install it? Not within, what? Really? I gotta see that. I didn't know that. Pip. Oh, dang it. Dash E. I've used Dash E. I didn't know that's actually what it does. Um, editable. Install a project in editable mode from a local path. Okay, interesting. And I think I could use the path, so can't I just do... Can't I... Yeah, whatever. Can't... Targets, yes, that's what I was looking for. Dang. All right. Mm, it's gonna make that directory. I'm not sure if I need it, but pip install dash dash target Python packages, and then the GitHub thing, git plus um, this, and then editable. Interesting. Really? Okay. So if I just use dash dash target, then change so and then change source code within the targeter, then run my program that imports it, that will not work. Weird. Okay. Why is dash E better then? Hmm. I'm just gonna do that. I don't know. Do I have git? Yeah. Git clone this Python packages. What? Okay, that probably is fine. Um, Python packages. Oh, they added ls to command, huh? Wow. I just did that on accident, but it worked. Let's see, git clone, repository, cd pat directory, which is here, pip install dash e dot. Where does this install to? Is not copy to site. Instead, a special file is created that points. Where is my site packages actually? Spent a lot of time on this. Let's see here. Conda, ems, dev, uh, lib? Not lib. Where is it? Scripts? Packages? I don't remember. Include? Where is site packages folder? Python lib. Oh, is there? Oh, here we go. I found it. So, what is it called? Polygon. Is this not indexed? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So if I do pip install dash e dot not found. Oh shit. Okay. Um Here, I'm gonna make a copy of this. I'll say 2 for now. From Polygon, import WebSockets client. So let's try from, all I did was clone, right? So far, let me see if I just use from Python packages, Polygon. What is this gonna do? If this works, we're good to go. Python test poly. What's wrong here? Oh, can't open file, simulator. Oh, it's an underscore. It looks like it's working. Took a second. Alright, that's good. So, let me see if I can find a vent type in here. If I change that, we know we're good. Vent type. I think this is it. WebSocket models model. Let's see. Let me see what happens if I do that. Nice. Alright, we're good. All that. Okay. Um, Now, if I go to model class, where did I find that? It was here, not here, here. Let's see what happens if I change that other thing. So this is in WebSockets models common. Models common. Let's do one of these and change this to WebSockets client. What am I connecting to here? This. And let's see what happens. Or no, let's use, don't need the protocol, just need that, I think. See what happens. It's a good sign it hasn't crashed. Yeah, it shouldn't work right now because the server's not running, right? Or is it? That's good though. That's good. Okay. So now I think this is where I'm gonna stop for now because I just want to just remember how this is working. I don't really want to do it on the recording. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over this and then come back and start recording again as soon as hopefully it will just connect and work as the this client was working when I had it working. So I'm gonna stop there and thanks for watching.